And now the corruption, the tyranny, the authoritarian society is just manifesting itself in absurdist extremism right in front of us. And if people buy into this because they're deep down afraid and are in denial, the sky's the limit. I mean, already what we're seeing is hard for me to believe it's happening, even though I knew they were planning it. It's just so incredible. I mean, I'm freaked out every minute now. I'm freaked out at family events. It's all I talk about with my friends. It's all they talk about. I'll go to, somebody's house for dinner I don't really know well. They're freaked out about what's going on. So, I mean, I guess the good news is people are starting to get freaked out. But, see, the government creates fear about things that don't exist or aren't a real threat. Oh, be afraid of the man with the turban. He'll get you. So let us take all your rights and surveil you, or the man will get you. And then we find out it's a bait and switch and it's for us. That's false fear. When I get up here and I tell you I'm concerned and I'm pointing out government, the #1 cause of death and destruction in history, and how it's out of control, that's like don't play in traffic or you'll get run over fear. That's healthy. People need to be concerned. They need to be upset. They need to be shocked out of their comfort zone and fast. This is so hardcore what we're facing as a society. This is so hardcore. And I wish this wasn't happening. I wish none of this stuff was real. But it's so real. It's like trying to describe something, and it's one thing to describe it. It's another thing to be living it now and to be experiencing this creepy world government that's out in the open. I want to go to more of your phone calls. I know I said I'd take some, and then I really only got to 3 or 4. We're going to get to Vincent, Candy, David, Mark, Brandon, and others that are patiently holding. But I also want to briefly get into the economy here and all the things that are happening on that front. And this huge piece of news, Obama's health care law ruled unconstitutional over insurance requirement. And I agree it's unconstitutional. Well, then how can the state of Texas get lobbied? I mean, we didn't have insurance mandatory 30 years ago. People had to pay for it, and they would get sued, and the courts would find against you. And they say, oh, well, sweet, everybody's got to be covered. Well, the 30 million illegal aliens, they don't have to be. The government sure lives comfortably with constant wrecks with the illegals. See, freedom is seat of your pants. Freedom is dangerous, but it produces responsibility. Now, I would probably still have insurance on cars and things like that. I mean, there's arguments for and against, but that's something you should be able to choose. But it is a good federal ruling, but I say it's unconstitutional because Obama's giving waivers out. One company doesn't have to have it, the others do. Look, the good news is government knows you're waking up, and they're freaked out. They're going wild trying to take over right now. They are really trying to take over society right now. But we'll get to your calls coming up in the next segment, and then for 30 minutes of the next hour before Robert Groden joins us. He was the main select committee advisor to Congress when they found a 95% chance the government killed Kennedy. He was the main advisor to the film JFK. And the police allow anyone else to go down there and speak about JFK at Dealey Plaza, but they keep arresting him. So he's had to sue over it. And it's going to court this week, but I wanted to bring up some of the new JFK things with him. But if you don't want to hold another 10 minutes or so, go ahead and hang up. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. Before I get back into all the news and what's happening with the economy, I wanted to tell you about some of the sponsors that have made today's radio broadcast possible. I want to tell you about Diamond Gusset Jeans. They're made in America. You've heard the commercial on the show and how much I love them. These jeans are so comfortable. You will not believe it, and they're all made in America, and they're very durable. They have motorcycle jeans, regular jeans. Once you try them, you won't want to wear anything else. They have a big special running right now during Christmas. Go to gusset.com/America today. And they're also promoting some great new country music that is pushing, having factories and jobs here in America. Just type in the bundle and the T-shirt size in the comments section when ordering and in excess of $100 and get 3 gifts free. T-shirts, music, CDs, you name it. They have all sorts of jeans for men and women in all sizes. Check out their new special at gusset.com/America, gusset.com/America. And lastly here, I tell you, it's just exhausting how real this is. It's really even starting to dawn on me just how real it is. I mean, I've always known it's real, but it is a huge weight. God, I just wish people would wake up. We don't just have a garden variety tyranny. This is a hardcore, murderous population reduction tyranny. I mean, it is admitted. Mainstream news that there's uranium in the water nationwide, and the government's adding it, but that's a minor footnote. It's like, oh, and they kept it secret. Well, I wonder why there's uranium in it. Because it totally gives you cancer and hurts your fertility. And I know cops, because they're on power trips and work for the government, they're all laughing, oh, I like uranium. And yuppies are laughing because they've got a BMW or a Hummer. This country's under mind control. This is a demon-possessed country. I mean, can you believe they're poisoning the food and the water? On record. And you can't even get yuppies to even listen to you. It's like Canadians. You tell them, here's the mainstream news. The Queen runs your whole country and your parliament is fake and a puppet. And they just go, no, it's not. It's like liberals who won't wake up to Obama being corrupt. All right, I'm really starting to get freaked out. And this isn't some drama here on air. Just occasionally, I almost get like nauseous, but it's like I'm not nauseous in my gut. It's like a nauseous feeling in my mind. It's just so pathetic that people are so dumbed down and sucking uranium and radium and mercury and lead, and they love it, and they love their kids being ill, and they love having their freedoms ripped away. They love it. They love 50 million abortions. They love the dollar devalued. They love it. They love their mindless football. They love being stupid. They love being conned. They just enjoy it, and they want more. Oh, it makes me sick. One other sponsor. Sorry, Have you lost your power and simply wanted to flip a switch to get the lights back on? If so, you should check out MySolarBackup.com, because there's never been a better time to start getting off the grid and generate your own supply of electrical power. Here's why: plug-and-play solar generators available from Solutions from Science. These portable power stations need no installation, supply household current whenever and wherever you want it, producing endless electricity directly from the sun. Unlike gas generators, a solar generator runs quietly and emits no fumes. It's like having your own electrical power plant. And it's perfect for your home or your campsite. Whether it's hurricanes, ice storms, brownouts, blackouts, you'll never have to suffer through painful power outages again. So go to MySolarBackup.com and request the free information pack today. That's MySolarBackup.com, 877-327-0365. That's 877-0365, 877-327-0365, MySolarBackup.com. Oh, boy. I want to bring Ted Anderson up here. I've got these headlines here. Give me a document can shot, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Wall Street sees record revenue and recovery from bailout. They had record revenue last year and this year. Nothing else is having record revenue out of the money they stole from us. Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, all the same criminals who are above the law and do whatever they want, and who are running the total. I mean, they set up the police state ahead of collapsing us into depression. See, they've designed it where they're going to use the depression to really get control of us and then just keep squeezing and squeezing. And the public will just go out with its hands out to government saying, please rape me more. The government's like, you bet we're going to do it. You bet we're putting telescreens in. You bet we're running checkpoints. You bet the Army's popping up on street corners searching people everywhere. I mean, it's just savage. It's savage hardcore. The public's like, more poison in the food, more poison, we want it, hurt us. The globalists are like, you bet. Gold may beat silver, lifting ratio by as much as 20%, technical analysts. Ted, what does that mean when they talk about gold may beat silver? lifting ratio by as much as 20%, technical analyst. I mean, basically, and they go through it, saying that gold and silver are just getting ready to turbocharge. They're now seeing gold for immediate delivery reach $1,431. So the futures are all way up. Silver's at $30.70 and a fraction, 25, according to what's going to happen in the next few days. What does all this mean, Ted?
Well, what it means right now is there are a lot of people that are buying gold into the future, and they've bid up the cost of time to get it because they're expecting gold to rise in price. The resistance level, the technical resistance level for gold right now is 1,432.50. Today, gold and silver are up. The news right now is that China is going to keep their interest rates low.
The public's going to love the hyperinflation. Oh, they're going to love it.
Well, I mean,
I'll get to see the criminal bankers that engineered it all prancing around on TV, telling us how they're our saviors, and I'll have to hear stupid yuppies who are total garbage telling me how great it is and regurgitating lies at me. They just want to be hurt, Ted. They love it. Why does America love to be land of cowards and filth and abortion-loving trash, Ted?
You know, the funny thing is you say it that way, Alex, but like here in Minnesota, we have 50% of the people went for a conservative guy, and 50%, it was like a little bit more than 50%, I guess 49 to 51 or something like that, went for the guy that was liberal that wants to hand away the state. And I'm not saying the left-right paradigm is right, but I'm just, when you measure
they run for the most extreme scam they can. They like it.
Yeah, it's just for some reason people just buy into the fact that what they're being told by the mainstream news and the left-right paradigm media is the way that things are. And they don't miss.
That you see them. They're like giggling, cowardly, weak bags of pus. And their religion is that they're weak. Their religion is that they're stupid. Their religion is that they're gullible. And they wear it like a cloak of power that they're just, I look at. They love it. These parents are just, here's fluoride for my baby. Have some uranium pumpkin. And you just look at them, and if you try to warn one of these scumbags, they'll just look at you with hate like a rat. Give me my uranium. I want to poison my kid. I mean, I just can't handle it, Ted. I can't handle it anymore.
I know it. It's crazy. Alex, let me just do the numbers here real quick. Gold went over $1,400 an ounce today. Already went to $1,440.
No, I'm going to stop you. I'm sorry, Ted. We'll have to come back and talk about gold because that's another example. I've sat there with family, not real close family, but at dinners and things over the years, and I've like, gold's at 300. When they're babbling about their investments, and I go, gold's at 300, I would buy. A few years later, it's at 500. I would buy. And they still laugh. Then it's 800. They laugh. Then it's 1,000. They laugh. Now it's 1,400. They still laugh. It's like they love it. Their investments are in the toilet, but they don't care. It's like they worship the government. They worship ignorance. They worship failure. They love it. They love it, Ted. They love it. They love bondage.
I know, it is really weird the way that works out. It's almost like if you're on the gold team, you're on the wrong side.
They're under mind control. They're just idiots.
Yeah, no,
they're under mind control. They can't admit they've been conned, so they stick with it.
I know it. That's what it is. I mean, and it's all been sold to us. This whole fiat system and the way it literally has been sold to us. I mean, my nephew went through Harvard Business, and he came out thinking that having a Federal Reserve note, a piece of paper, is better than gold.
They think, this is what happens. Only 20% of the public from the studies I've seen actually watch CNBC.